there, my new friends. It's me, KatieV.ThePlannerBee, and I am here with a monthly spread plan with me in my Erin Condren Life Planner. I'm super excited to do this because I absolutely love getting my monthly spread done, because my monthly spread is the heartbeat of my planning system. It is where I end up planning all of my weeks. It is what I reference on a daily basis, if not hourly basis sometimes. And it is something that I really rely on in order to keep everything together. So my monthly spread is super important to me, and I want to make sure that every month I get it nice and ready to go. So we are ready for June, and things in Illinois are starting to open up a little bit more. So you can see, ta-da, I have some sticky notes to go off on and to add some things in. So I'm really excited about that. And a very important one is I'm returning to work on the 1st. So I'm very excited about that. I got recalled to my job, so I will be going back to work. Well, I shouldn't say I'm super excited. I'm not gonna lie, I was enjoying the time spending with my kids, but I do have to go back to work because Mama's got things to pay for, so we gotta do some work. So in order to get this monthly spread together, I'm going to be using a planner Kate. This is her monthly kit for the Erin Condren 7x9. This is kit 231, also known as Beach Please. So there is a weekly kit that goes with this, but this is the monthly spread. And just so you know, I do use kind of all the parts of it because I love how Planner Kate kits look in the Erin Condren as far as the month goes. So let me kind of flip back to May so you can kind of see, but I mean, May was pretty empty, pretty empty. It was pretty sad. And then April, things got changed. So yeah, so you'll see. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead. Not only do I have kind of these 2-month sheets, this is sheet 1 and this is sheet 2, but I did grab some extra labels. I have some basic labels and some pattern labels that I can use to help fill in if I run out of appointment labels. Okay. So yeah, so I'm very excited about the month of June as we kind of get things all, I don't want to say back to normal because that is like a hard thing to say because we really don't know what normal includes anymore. So, and then what I'll do with these sticky notes is I will actually flip them to the weeks so that I also have them sitting on the week so that I kind of don't waste them, so that I know and I can reference them when needed, so I don't quite get rid of them just yet. So yeah, so here is, I'm gonna go ahead and pop out some of my bookmarks because they might end up, there we go, it's a little bit more flat. Okay, so please be gentle with me as this is my first time doing a monthly on camera and I'm a little bit further away than I like to be. So I am gonna try to put this together the best that I can. So knowing that this background is white, I'm gonna have to white out the June and probably white out across the top. I will most likely put in these strips, but because of the white background, it would pop through. So lots of white out is going to happen. So if you wanna just hang back while I get all that white out, and then I will start to put the stickers down for the framing. So I'll be right back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the framing part first, and then I will go in and put in the date dots and then start to fill in the rest of my plans for the month of June. Okay, so with all that whiting out, I'm actually really excited to announce that I wasn't going to, but I got permission from my special friend who purchased this planner for me. I got permission from her to go ahead and if I wanted to order a planner that is going to start in July. And I was very hesitant about it because I wanted to be Super mindful and respectful of the fact that this one that I got was a gift. But once Leanne told me I could go ahead and order the other one, that she wouldn't be upset, I went ahead and I did it. And I'm so excited that I did. I'm super excited that I did. So what I'm gonna end up getting a vertical neutral. So I'm hoping there will be less whiting out to happen once I get that. Okay, so let us see if I can then frame this at the top here, this washi. Let's see if I can overlap a smidge and put that in here. You guys hear my doggy panting in the background. He's an older guy. We love him. Okay, oh yeah, that looks cute. All right, and I just got the ever popular palette knife to help cut my washi. So this is the first time I'm using it. What do we think? Oh wow, that was smooth. Okay, I see why people have this. I get it now. I get it, I totally get it. All right, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do the dates, starting with Sunday. What I think I'm going to do before I lay this bottom one is I'm going to put the notes bar in so that then I can lay the washi on top of the notes bar. I have the hardest trouble with long stickers and laying them straight. I really do. I am not good at it at all. Luckily, I have some like guidance in there. That looks pretty straight. Shocking. That's very shocking to me. And then we'll take this last piece. So what I'm going to do now is, before I put the date dots in, we will go ahead and add these fillers. So I don't know necessarily what they're really called, but I call them fillers. These are used to fill in the open boxes that are not current dates that belong to this month. So this is the 31st of May, and then down here you have the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and 4th of July. So I don't want to put anything in those boxes. I want to make sure that I know that that doesn't belong to this calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and use these filler boxes to block those out. So these filler ones aren't 100% accurate in size. I want to say they're just like millimeters off. Just like millimeters. I'm really happy that some things are opening back up and we can have some more plans and go out a little bit more. Being very cautious, mind you. We have our masks and we are, we're ready to kind of face that head on. But it's nice to be able to fill a calendar and fill a planner with plans. So I'm really excited about that, and maybe be able to have some friends play dates and things for my daughter, because I can tell this towards the end here, it's really starting to get to her. As I'm filming this, the next day is going to be her last day of e-learning, which comes with a lot of excitement, because now it's officially summer for her. So, all right. So I've put those in, and we now have kind of our main calendar for June ready to go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up while I go ahead and put the date dots in for the full month. Now let's go ahead and get to putting my plans down on paper. So for all of my monthly spreads, and even in my family planner that sits on my countertop in my kitchen, we are color coded in our family. So red is me, because red and pink are my favorite colors, mainly red. I love red. Then blue is my husband, purple is my daughter, and green is my son. And anything that's in black is kind of a family event, or like a family reminder, like I'll write birthdays and stuff in black pen. So it's been the same, it's been like that. I use the Sharpie pens in order to fill out any event labels or anything that have to do with the family in my monthly spreads. So what I'm gonna do is let's go through and let's lay some plans down. So the big thing that I have going on this month is that I return to work. So how exciting is that? I'm gonna go ahead and use one of the pattern labels for that. I try to make them kind of cohesive too. So when we're talking about my daughter's dance schedule, then that'll be one color of label, and then her tumbling schedule will be one color of label. So birthdays, I'll use pattern labels, and we'll see how it goes there. But I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these pretty pattern ones to say return to work. I do not have fancy writing whatsoever. So we're going to kind of work in the way of so we'll do kind of all the things that I have going on first. Then I have a waxing appointment for my eyebrows. I'm really excited to get that done on the 9th, and that is at 4. So we have, I love my esthetician. Did I say that right? She's the sweetest gal. I really, really, really like her. I hope it's probably super crooked. I wish they kind of stretched all the way across these month boxes. Okay. So that's that. And then on the 13th, well, actually, let's go ahead and do one more appointment label. I have another doctor's appointment. So I have an eye doctor's appointment and then an annual appointment. And then my daughter has an annual appointment. I filled up the month with doctor's appointments. So because, we have a lot of stuff going on there. Let us do doctor's appointments in this purple because I'm going to need for the eye doctor this to be a little bit bigger. Okay, so on the 22nd, I have at 9:30. So I have this appointment. It's in the morning. Put that in. And then Amelia has her annual appointment on the 12th, and that's at 10:30. Oh, see, and I already messed it up because she's supposed to be purple. So I'm just going to write over it in purple. I don't want to waste a sticker. And I'm just going to say Amelia well visit. We will go ahead and we'll put in our eye doctor. So, say eye doctor. See me, mine is at 12. I think this is the year that she gets glasses. We knew when she was a preemie that she was going to need glasses at some point. She did see a pediatric ophthalmologist, both in the NICU and afterwards, because they needed to see her growth. So we knew at some point they could already see at weeks old that she was going to need glasses. And I think the eye doctor told us last year that she could have gotten them and been okay, but she could also not get them and be just as fine. But as the year progressed, I could see that things were a little harder for her to see far away. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get those glasses for her. Now, something very exciting is that my son gets to have a haircut on Saturday the 6th. That poor little man. Oh, that poor guy. His hair is crazy. He looks like he has a mop on his head. So I was very excited that I could go in onto the place where we get his haircut and make an appointment. Next Saturday was like one of the first available ones, I think, for the first week in June. I think they were all booked up. So that's that. Okay, now let's do, I think I'm gonna do her tumbling in this larger pink one because there's 4 of them and I have 6 labels. So her tumbling now is going to be on Thursdays. It was on Fridays, but now we are shifting it because they've shifted their their schedule for the tumbling gym. This is tumbling for cheerleading is what my daughter does. She doesn't do gymnastics. She does cheerleading tumbling, and she's really good for her age. She was progressing a little bit more last year, but she had a pretty, I don't want to say a scary fall. I wasn't there, and my husband didn't see it. It was during a practice, and she fell. She didn't really hurt herself, but I think it scared her. So she's kind of lost a little bit of her confidence. So we're spending this time trying to get her confidence back, and it's really hard because she lost that confidence right before the state competition. So I felt really sad for her that happened, because she was really good. I mean, when we're talking about, like, you know, she was able to do 2 back handsprings, and she's just, you know, she amazes me every time she does something, because she started off in such a fragile state. So, I mean, even her doctors, when they learn that she does, you know, all this tumbling stuff, they're just amazed. You know, this 2-pound, 7-ounce baby who now is just kind of this beast when it comes to all this tumbling stuff. So to get her back going and hopefully get that confidence back, I think is going to be really, really good for her. So, okay. Then her dance schedule. So her dance studio is doing things a little bit differently. We sat in this holding pattern for a while to see what they were going to do for her recital, and we're not going to be able to have a traditional recital, but the girls will be in the same room recording their dance routines. So it'll be cool to see, because they took the money that the studio took the money that they were using for to rent the space for the actual recital, to purchase a package from a professional production company to be able to kind of bring it to life. And they're gonna like debut it online, and it's gonna be pretty cool. I talked to the director of our dance studio, and she has a lot of really cool things in mind. So far I'm only gonna put those 2 dance rehearsals in, because her classes, I should say, because I know things are kind of changing, because her original recital date was the 13th, and I know that they're going to be doing this recital taping in July instead. So I don't know if we're going to be keeping the same schedule as far as actual classes are concerned. So we'll see how that goes. Let me put a couple birthdays that are happening. Let me get those pattern labels back. My godson Aiden is turning 8 on the 7th. And we are actually doing a car parade for him that day as well. So I get to put 2 things in there. So we have sticker and put that in there. And then he's also going to have a car parade that day. So we're excited for that. It's funny because my girlfriend, who's his mom, you know, she asked me to be the godmother, you know, while we were still pregnant, and she obviously was supposed to have Aiden before I had Amelia, but it didn't work out that way. Let's keep with that same label. So Aiden's car parade at 3. These car parades, I'm loving them. We've done a lot of them. Not as many as my one friend. They did 30. We've done like 10. So there's that. Then there's Father's Day. Okay, I'm looking over at my sticky notes. Parade. Okay, I think we might have all of the plans that we know of in here. And just for reference purposes, I'm going to go ahead and put my color coding on here, just in case anybody else takes a look so that they can kind of understand. My husband will be getting a haircut too, but it will most likely be still in May when he gets it done, because our estate opens up on May 29th. So he will most likely be getting it done on the 29th. He just goes to Sports Clips, our local Sports Clips, so he's going to be waiting online at 10 o'clock to see if he can get a reservation. He already told his boss, he's like, I don't care what time or how long I have to wait, you know, whatever my time is, I am going to go and get my hair cut. He grew out a pretty fantastic quarantine beard that he's keeping, which I don't mind. I actually think it's kind of cute. And he's purchased a lot of grooming products for his beard, which I think is very funny. But yeah. And oh, I do have one more birthday in the month of June, and that's my girlfriend Melissa. I'm gonna make sure I get a thing in here for her. Here. Okay, so I think we have our month ready to go. So I like it. We're getting more things put on here, which really makes me feel good. It's a little bit better for my psyche that things are starting to kind of slowly, and I'm not one to just open everything up. I kind of like this slow approach. I don't mind wearing my very cute Erin Condren masks to work or going shopping or what have you. But I am happy to see my planner a little bit more full than it has been for the past couple months. So yeah, so that's very exciting. All right. So if you have any questions for me about how I do my monthly, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Like I said, my monthly is it's my command center. It is what I use to plan the rest of my month out and my weeks. So I very much rely on my monthly spread, and I'm very excited to show you kind of my monthly spread and how I do it. Be looking out for these in the future. Like I said, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. And also go ahead and click on that notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I do have any new content for you to see. Okay? I hope you have an amazing day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye, friends.